It's takeover time. Welcome to SiahSwag. I'm Susan, and Siah is in Colorado, and I'm taking her channel over. So we're ready to have some fun. I'm going to pull up all the things while people hop on. I hope you guys are having a great Monday. Hope it's nice where you're at. It was nice here, and now it's getting cloudy, which is okay because the heat, it gets so hot here that anytime we have clouds, we're actually super grateful for it. So it's totally fine. Clouds don't bother me. Sarah! The more and more things that we do around the country, the more people we meet in person. And so it's super fun. And there's Amber, that now we see people who are people that we've actually met in person. So it kind of hits different. Happy day. Hi from Texas. Awesome. So I am doing my monthly takeover. Sorry, I've got a little frog in my throat here. We got Rose here. Hey, Rose. Siah and I did a sister sew where we did an Apron apron, and we did it in that, you know, the nylon-y stuff, the smooth, you know what I'm talking about, the smooth stuff. And it was option A. Oh, look, there's Siah. Hi, Siah. Hello from Indiana, from Canada. Hi, Jan. Gloria. Anime. Awesome. Lots of great people on. So we did the option A one that had the regular pockets, the regular flat pockets. Oh, does it? You guys, I got a new phone. Because as you guys know, I've been having struggles. Does it look more? Am I coming in clear? Hopefully it's nice and clear. So anyways, we did the Apron apron with the option A pockets, which are the flat pockets. And then today I'm going to do the Apron apron with waxed canvas. And the waxed canvas, either of them have this option, but I'm gonna do it on the waxed canvas. It has this option to do these more like, I don't know if they're called cargo pockets or something. So it's gonna be this option. So you have your top set of pockets that are just like the first one. There's a mid set, and then there's a bottom set that are kind of poofy. And I am gonna do this strap here, I hope. Full disclosure, I've never done this, but I did the other one with Siah helping me. So here's to hoping. This is my first time sewing on waxed canvas. Do I have a musical YouTube channel? I don't, although I've been kicking around the idea of just like doing one recording a week on random instruments just for funsies. I mean, probably, you know, only my parents would watch it and be like, oh, that's my daughter. She's so good. Everyone else would be like, what are you doing? I have been working on the harmonica and I'm quite proud of it. But anyways, so we are going to have fun, and I've kind of prepared some stuff a little bit more because I didn't want this video to be hours and hours long. Angel's here. See, I know Angel now in person. Hey, Renee. Hi, Catherine. Sailing Arista from Lake Ontario, New York. Oh my gosh, Deborah made 7 bags for her son's wedding. Woo, girl. Okay, so just full disclosure, oh, you guys want me to do a music channel? You guys would not watch that. Come on now. The reason why I want to do it is not necessarily for other people, but because you know how life is and how we tend to do those things that we have to, and sometimes the things that we want to get put on the back burner. For me, music is one of the things I really want to do. And as I get busy, I end up not making time for it. So if I had something I had to produce every week, it would probably help me to carve more time in the music room. So maybe I'll do it. All right. So I wanted to, oh, thank you. Cynthia says she likes my hair. I didn't put it in a bun today, but I do have a thing just in case I get over it. But you know what, guys? It's already 5 in the evening and I haven't put it up yet. It's pretty amazing for me. Okay. Shall we sew an Apron apron? Let's do it. Now, I am sorry I'm not as great at looking at comments. Like Siah is really good at sewing and looking at all the comments at the same time. And I will do my very best. I did get a new tripod, Siah, if you're here. So I'm gonna lower this down a little bit. Can't wait for you to see it. Siah didn't like my old tripod. I don't know why. Just kidding, I do know why. It's a little rickety. Okay, so we're gonna start right here so I can show you what we have. Okay, hi Cindy. Okay, it's pretty heavy in wax canvas. I wear an apron every day and have duck cloth and wax canvas. They are fabulous but heavy. Yeah, I'm thinking this would be more of a utility, like garage kind of thing. And I meant to do like plain black strapping, so maybe my husband could have it, but I can only find this really cute stripy stuff. So, all right, so it's pretty simple as far as what pieces you need for this. So we have some webbing, and because I'm doing option B, you don't have to have a neck and the waist one. It's just one big one that's going to be crossed around the neck and the back, I mean. So it's two pieces of the same width or length. Then you have this, which is just two pieces of vinyl, wrong side together, and we'll sew that up in a minute, and that's where the webbing is going to cross through. There's a word for it. Strap things. Okay. Then we have a buckle, and I realized that I have the wrong buckle. So, who cut out another Louis? Cindy? Good luck with that. So, because this buckle doesn't have two slots, this side has two slots, so I know how to do that. This one, I don't know how to make it adjustable. So I just went upstairs to figure out what hardware I had, and I sat here before the video started and tried to figure it out. I think I can use this, and both sides will be adjustable. So when we get there, we'll figure it out. Kathleen, just chilling with you and everyone, room full of students at the end of the school year. Oh my goodness, end of the school year. Oh, I remember that feeling at the end of the school year. This is the best. We have two little pieces of webbing, which we'll show you what it's for in a little bit. I'm deciding to put a little fabric tag. It says, "You look awesome." That way whoever wears it will feel awesome. I have my most used things for this one, which is just tape, scissors, a lighter, and a thingy thing, seam ripper and stiletto. Then we have 3 pockets. So this is the middle pocket right here, and I have it taped and ready to prepare. We'll do that one together. The small pocket, I folded the corners, but I haven't sewn anything. I folded the edges just to save us time, but we're gonna do the same process in all 3 pockets. So I thought I would go ahead and pre-fold a couple pockets. That's the top pocket. Top pocket. You guys get it? Hot pocket. And then this is the bottom pocket that we're gonna fold into cargo pockets. And I have marked a few things on here. Not sure if I can see all those markings. It marks every time you fold it and touch it too. So it's interesting. You can just kind of scratch your markings onto it. Susan, where did you get the wax canvas? You guys are gonna think I'm just a person who takes things from other people. The truth is, I was at Wonderground and I found a big thing of it in one of their scrap boxes, and I asked them if I could just have this, if I could buy this big scrap. So I found it in the scrap box in Wonderground. I know they do sell wax canvas. I just don't know if they have this color. Does the wax melt and stain if you left it in a hot car? Oh, that's a really good question. You can feel it. When I'm touching this stuff, you can feel it. It's kind of interesting. Not size closet this time though, Jan. I did say I'll pay for this scrap, but I found it in a scrap box. I guess I never just buy things normal. And then we have the apron itself, which I have partially sewn, and we're gonna do the rest together. So what I've done is I have taken this curve here, okay? And you can see that there's already 2 lines of stitching. I have folded it twice so that there's not a raw edge. And then I did the same thing for the side. I went ahead and did 3 lines. It doesn't call for that. It only calls for 1. And I'll explain when I do my other side why I decided to do 3. I didn't want this big thing to kind of be flapping in the wind. I wanted it to be really sewn down so it wouldn't curve weird. Plus, I just thought it was pretty. So that is all of our parts. Okay. So before we get started, we have one item of business to take care of. As you know, this is my sticker of states that we have seen. We have California, Missouri, Tennessee, North Carolina, Texas, Nevada, Arizona. I don't know if you can see the Arizona one. Arizona. And then New Mexico's up here. And this is an order of what we've done sewing the States. And next we have Alabama. We just went to Alabama. Sonia was nice enough when we got to her house. She had a sticker for us because she knows we were searching for an Alabama sticker. So we're going to put Alabama next. And yes, they have to be in order. It's very serious. And this sticker I don't love, and I ordered a different Georgia sticker, and it's coming in the mail, but I'll put it in there for now. At the very bottom it says Georgia. It says capturing moments, one vacation at a time, which is not actually kind of what it was for us, but that's okay. It says Georgia on it, and if a better one comes, I ordered a different one, and if I like it better, I'll put it on there. And Georgia, there we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's 10 states. We're getting ready to do Maryland, Delaware, Pennsylvania, Ohio, West Virginia, Virginia. Coming up very soon. Hi, Margaret. Okay. Ready, y'all? How's that? Is that an okay view? Is that too much of me? Okay. Here we go. Let's sew an apron. So the first thing we're going to do is prep the pockets. Now, as I said, I've prepped a little bit of it beforehand just to save a little time because I know how slow I am. And so what I've done is I've done some measurements on the sides and the top and bottom. The top has 2 measurements that you do because we're going to double fold the top, but the sides and the bottom we're actually only going to single fold, and then we're going to encase that raw edging by the way that we stitch it onto the apron. Okay, you guys are probably saying amazing things. Where's your M&Ms? Oh my gosh, Liz, thank you for saying that. You guys, So Crafty Liz gave me the best present ever. So let me just move the camera for one more minute. Do you guys see what this is right here? These are magnets, M&M magnets. Isn't that the best? I swear I wouldn't put magnets or stickers on my machine, but the M&Ms and Marley May, I couldn't resist those two things. But so there's a Marley May magnet and some M&Ms magnets. Love them. Okay. So, will there be a meet and greet in Pennsylvania? And if so, where? We only right now have the meet and greet in Ohio planned. Mimsy, reach out to me through message and I'll tell you where we're going to be. Because maybe we can figure something out. Okay? All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to do the sides first. It has you do the sides first. So I've already measured and put some tape on here. And I will tell you, I'm not having great luck with the wax canvas when it comes to tape, which makes sense because it has wax on it. So tape doesn't want to stick to it. So is it worth putting tape on it? I don't know. I did one pocket when I prepped it with tape. I'm doing the next pocket without tape, and then I'm doing this one with tape. Mo, did you message me? I hope, Mo, will you message me and make sure I have your number? Okay. You can message Siah or me because I can jump in like a creeper on her messages and answer. All right, so since the tape doesn't really stick a lot, I'm also just gonna go ahead and clip these babies. And once again, you're just gonna go one time and it's gonna leave this raw edge hanging in with a finished edge on the outside. And then we're gonna sew this on the apron so you won't be able to see that raw edge. All right, we're gonna do the same thing for this side. Linda, I love the M&M magnets too. They're the best. If I get a little munchy, I do have some peanut M&Ms in my cabinet over here. I didn't pull them out yet. And this apron is like, it feels like it's like 80% prep work and 20% sewing. So I'll go as quick as I can on the prep, but it is just a lot of prep work. But I did most of the measuring already. Okay, so you get those edges folded in first, okay? And now you're going to come to the bottom and you're going to do the exact same thing for the bottom where there's just going to be one fold. That one stuck a little bit better. Yeah, that's crazy. This one sticks, this one is sticking better. This side wasn't sticking at all. I don't know. I don't know the secret to wax canvas life. But it's my first time. I'm sure I'm going to be learning a few things today when it comes to wax canvas. I bet y'all know a bunch about what works and what doesn't. I am using black. I know that's not very exciting, but I knew my strapping was going to be black. And so I just thought, oh, well, I'll just use black. I could have gone crazy and done something else. Maybe next time. Okay. Plus, I thought maybe if my husband wanted to wear this, if it was a little more neutral, he might feel okay. But now I'm putting those stripy fun straps in them. I don't know. Okay, then you're going to go to the top. And for the top, you're going to start the same way. And you're just going to do one extra step. Uncertain how it would hold up in Florida. Yeah, I'm not sure either. I'm not sure what humidity would do to wax canvas. We are in the dry desert. I'm not sure what that's going to do either. Hi, Cindy. Okay. I like black with the wine color too. I think it's beautiful. I was listening to one of my crime shows when I was prepping this. Dateline, you know, they do their little crime solver stuff. Fascinating stuff, guys. They always have to check the closest of kin first. And woo, people are crazy. Okay. It's very sad. And we are hoping with the new phone that my phone doesn't wig out like it did before. Knock on wood. We could never tell if it was connectivity issues, if it was internet issues, or it just was my phone couldn't keep up. Siah was, everyone was shaming me, not Siah, but everyone else was shaming me for having an iPhone 11 when we were at the retreat. They're like, you have an 11? I'm like, yes. I guess that's super old. I don't know. Okay, so now I have a second line. This is the top, and I'm going to take this off, and I'm going to fold this down to the second. And because this isn't really holding very well, I'll probably take a couple clips, fold it, and then just kind of push it the best I can. And it's interesting because you crease it and it pretty much is going to stay there because it's such a big, I don't know, a big seam. I think it's just going to lay there. I don't think I have to clip that down. Yeah, it's just going to stay put. Not that the tape is super working, but the wax canvas does like to stay put wherever you put it. Kathy has an iPhone 11 too. See? iPhone 11. If you're wearing a wax canvas apron and you get close to the stove, you will melt. Yes, this is not really a kitchen apron, guys. It's more like utility and tools and projects. And I just wanted to try it. Okay. So I've got this all folded. All right. Next, I'm going to do some measurements. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to find the center of this. And I'm going to mark the center, and then I'm going to mark, well, I'm going to explain to you what it says to do, and then I'm going to tell you why I'm going to change it slightly. It's just because I'm afraid I can't line it up right. Okay, so first step, I will do exactly the way it asks, which is to find the center line, which with wax canvas is pretty easy because you're going to be able to see the crease. Watch, if I just fold it, I'm not going to have to mark it at all, I bet. Let's see. So you can see the line right there. So that's going to be easy. Okay, now the next thing it says to do is to measure out from here and do a line. And let me talk you through why I'm going to slightly change it. Because when I am attaching these aprons, these pockets to the aprons, one of the steps is to take this bigger pocket and to put it on top of this one, okay? And first what you do is you match the center and you sew it all the way. Like this one will already be sewn, but it says just match it, okay? And that's fine. But then this is gonna be pulled in and this is gonna be pulled in because I'm doing the cargo thing. And then this will be pulled in. Okay. And then this next line is supposed to match the line up here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and mark my center one. But when I sew this pocket on, I'm gonna wait until I do this one, and I'm gonna do them both together so they line up. Does that make sense? The other way you could do it is just to go ahead and sew all the pockets first, put this on top, and try to line them up. So I'm just trying to hopefully do it so it's even. Okay, so that is my pockets, all right? You don't actually, the only thing you prep with sewing with this is this top. So we're gonna start with our little pocket first. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and sew. It says to sew just near the fold here, but I'm actually gonna do a stitch at the top and a stitch right where I folded it. So if you're making this pattern and you're like, it doesn't say to go twice. Yeah, I'm gonna do a few extras just because I just think it's gonna hold better and because I think it's beautiful. And I just want a beautiful pocket. Is that too much to ask? I think not. Okay, so I've gone along the top and I did it at about 1/8 of an inch. Okay, and that's what it has you do. It has you sew across the top, but you'll notice in the back, I have folded this part here and I just want it to be secure. So I'm also gonna sew it again down here. And I forgot to lengthen my stitch, so I'll do that now. Oopsie poopsie. I have a 6 and don't care about upgrading. You know what? Thank you. Thank you, all these people, for making me feel less terrible. But mine really wasn't working. The truth is mine was wigging out. It wasn't responding to anything I was doing. It was like shutting down. So maybe it wasn't that it was an iPhone 11. It was just that it was just not liking me. Okay, so I'm just feeling under here. Okay, and I'm gonna make sure I'm catching that. And because wax canvas marks easy, there's actually a line here in the wax canvas where I folded the other one, so I can just follow that line. I'm just pushing all the edges in to make sure it's all neat and tidy, because I love neat and tidy. Okay. So now I have 2 lines across the top and my edges are still undone, all right? So I'm gonna repeat that process. Oh, I thought that was my small pocket. Here's my small pocket. I'm just gonna repeat that process with each pocket really quick. And then we can finish the edges of our apron before we attach the pockets. It sews up beautifully, honestly. I should try a little wax canvas on my Juki TL and see how it likes it. It would probably be fine with the right type of needle, I would think. You know, it just feels like a really heavy duty canvas. Because it is. It has wax on it. We met somebody in North Carolina who says that they make their own wax canvas. Who was that? Are you on here? Am I going to use this for sewing? Probably not. It's pretty heavy duty. But like when we work in the garage and stuff like that, I think it would be super handy. Or, you know, yard work. Like heavy duty yard work. Because you can actually have all your tools with you. We'll see. When I'm done and I put it on, I'll tell you how it feels. This pattern is one, it says one size fits most, and there's actually a alteration if you want to make it for a smaller person. My daughter says she wants one, so I will probably make her one a little bit altered. Even though she's almost as tall as me, she's much smaller. And so maybe a little less material would be good. Okay, so there's my small pocket, and it's sewn on the top. Now I'm going to do the same process with the large pocket. And once again, I'm just sewing 1/8 of an inch on the top edge, and then I'm coming down to catch the fold. What type of needle would you use on a juki? I would probably use a 16 or an 18 for the wax canvas, but who knows? Shinova's husband makes, oh, that's really cool. I wonder who that was that makes it. I think they make our phones die. So yes, Christine, I am convinced that that is actually what happens to my phones. It's insane. I think they do. I had to make one for my hubby for Father's Day, then borrow it. Kathleen, I think that's a fabulous idea. Depending on what colors and all that you use, I think this could be a great apron for guys. Okay, there's my 1 stitch across the top, which is what the pattern calls for. Or maybe it only calls for the one along the fold. Yeah, I think it only calls for the one, but I'm going to do both. I'm going to go along the fold too. She actually has you turn it and sew it from the back, so you're going along the fold. But I'm just going to get crazy and feel where the fold is and hope to catch it. That's right. We're living on the edge today. We're doing crazy things here. And because the wax canvas is marked, I can, like, it marks anytime you touch it, so I can see the fold. And I can also feel it with this finger right here. I'm able to feel where that material is underneath to make sure I catch it. And if it doesn't work, then we say, oops, and we just add another stitch, and we say it's decorative. And we pretend like it was on purpose. Am I right? Yeah. That's what I do. Just call it art. If you mess up on something, you say, that's art, baby. Okay. There we go. There's the top of the large one. All right. Okay, so now once you have all 3 pockets prepped, you're ready to finish the edges of your apron. I'm not reading comments, sorry. Your iPhone 8 is acting up. Terrible. It's a conspiracy, I think. Yeah, I like the double stitching too. Thank you. I think it looks super nice. I've never used wax canvas. I think I need to rob a bank and get some. Do it. Don't tell anyone I told you to do it. My confidence is oozing out of me. Well, I'm not sure if it's confidence or oh well if it messes up. Hi, Amber. Love the color. I love the color too. Yeah. That's right, Linda. It's a designer detail. Okay. So, to save time, I have done, before the video, I already tucked under and sewed this curved line and this edge. That's already done. So we're just gonna come over to this side. We're gonna do this curved line and that edge. So the first thing that you need to do, and once again, if the tape was working really well, I would tape this part, but I am not having great luck with the tape. And because we're about to do a curve, I'm just gonna do clips. And so what I'm gonna do is I have marked one line, and marking along a curve is interesting, right? Because it's not like you have a curved ruler, or maybe you do. Do you guys have curved rulers? Is that a thing? I have no idea. So I'll show you how I did it. So you take the marking of wherever it needs to be, and I put it straight, and I just put like a little dash. I go dash, and then I go dash, dash, and then once I have all my dashes, I just went and connected the dots. And then that's how I made my curved line. Okay, so I'm going to fold the raw edge to the curved line. Most of my quilts are art, I guess. Oh, hey, Mom. Your quilts are actual art, though, Mom. They are beautiful. She's working on one right now, a wall hanging for her house, for her bedroom. It's gorgeous. It's on her quilting machine right now. Gorgeous, I tell ya. Okay, just order the pattern. Oh, try it out. It's a good one. I like it because it's, like I said, it's a lot of folding and measuring, but sewing wise, it's just a bunch of straight lines, which is very nice. Yeah, very doable. And I'm just trying to get in here, and I'm folding it along the curve, and then I'm just clipping it since the tape is being naughty today. Just doesn't like the wax canvas. And I'm actually going to double fold this, so I'm just folding it once to get it in place, and then I'm going to come and fold it again so that we can hide the raw edge. All the raw edges in this end up being hidden by the time all is said and done, which is good because I noticed that the edges are fraying a little bit, so you certainly wouldn't want to leave it raw. My chat is not working at all. What's great news, Siah? Why is my chat not working? I don't know. Siah, what are we congratulating you for? Did you do something amazing? Ah, you guys, my chat's not working. Okay, hold please. You know, when I got trying to get my new phone set up, it kind of signed me out of everything. So I'm gonna sign in. Can't wait to see your new crib. Oh, I know what she's talking about. I can't see any of your comments. Oh, yes. Pretty awesome about our house, isn't it? It's incredible. And it is huge. I'm just trying to see if I can catch up to all the comments. Yes. Okay. Here we go. What does it say? I'm just going to catch up. Let's see. Art. Just signed closing docs. Yeah, she gets to keep her house. Really awesome. Okay. Okay, yes, that is awesome. Love, love. Okay, now we've got this folded over once. Hi, Dawn. And now what we're gonna do is I'm just going to take this and I'm going to just fold it again and reclip it. And as I do that, I'm just gonna kind of press it. So you know how when you're folding curves, sometimes you get those weird little wrinkles and the fabric likes to be naughty and do things you don't want it to. Yeah, we don't want that. So I'm just gonna kind of finger press it a little bit and talk nice to it because I don't want it to look funky when we're done. You have some wax canvas somewhere in your stash. You better find it, girl. Find it. Okay. Congratulations, Siah. Everyone's congratulating Siah. I love it. It's been a long road. The thing about keeping her house is that means she doesn't have to find a new place for the business. So, even better. All right. Hi, Brooke. Okay, so here we go. I've double folded this curve, and she suggests on the pattern to turn it and sew it from the back so that you don't accidentally miss. But once again, I am just out of control and crazy, and I'm gonna sew from the front. Whoa. And if I miss, I miss. That's okay. I'll just go back and add an extra stitch and even out the other side. Okay, so my first stitch, I'm gonna get pretty darn close to the edge. How close? I don't know. About a scooch past the middle of the foot. So, whatever you want that to mean, that's what it means. A scooch, as my dad would say. And my clip's on upside down. It's annoying. And I'm just trying to turn it slowly so I don't make the pattern or the fabric fold up weird. You know what I mean? Kind of keep it pressed down with your fingers. Carefully follow the curve. I'm not really fast on curves. Nice and slow. Someone asked Amber McLean, the crafty reporter, how her curves look so nice. Her curves are incredible. On all her bags, her stitching is so good. And she just said she goes really slow and she hand cranks around stuff. This isn't one of, you know, this isn't that curvy, but I thought that was really good advice. Just go slower. I just want to go faster. And I want it to be perfect even if I go fast. It doesn't always work. Okay, so I have one stitch pretty darn close to the edge. Like so. But because there's this folded part, you see that? I don't want this coming upward. So I'm just gonna come again and I'm gonna do another line of stitching for funsies. I think it will look nice and I think it will make it lay nice too. You have some wax canvas, Kathleen. How do you compare it to sewing with regular canvas? I would say it's just slightly heavier, but it's so far, I mean, but I'm not doing any massive big seams. So I guess it depends what machine you're using and what you're gonna do it for. If you're doing it for an apron, it's going through like no big deal. There is one spot where you have to sew over some folded fabric and webbing. And I think that's the only part that might be a little bit tricky if you're using a domestic. The rest of it though, I think a domestic could go right through this, no problem. Just with the right needle. I'm just taking it a little bit slow. Oh my gosh, I'm a dork. I forgot to check my bobbin before we started. My bobbin already won. Isn't that rude? And I was going so slow. I thought, man, this stitch is gonna look really good. This is gonna be the best stitch I've ever done. Joke's on me. Okay, I was sewing up packing pods and I was using the same thread and I forgot to switch out the bobbin. I'm making packing pods for my hubby for our trip because maybe he wants to have packing pods too. Right, Bryce? He can't hear me. Yeah, I just said, right, Bryce? Yep, he agrees. He doesn't even know what we're talking about. No, you're good. I was talking about how I'm making you packing pods. All right, I'm just going to take this out real quick since I thought I was so amazing. Did you see how slow I was going? I was thinking to myself, man, this stitch is going to be perfectly spaced from the other one. All the people are going to be so proud of me. That's what I get. Whatever. And then I'm making Gabriella some packing pods, and she wanted some froggy ones. So I found some frog material and some like bright green Lux something or other and some fun minty color zipper tape. So I'm going to make her some fun froggy packing pods. Get those done before we leave. Yeah, perfect husband. No matter what, he agrees. He is a pretty good guy. I will go with that one. That is true. Being married to me can't be the easiest thing in the world, but he's hanging in there. All right. Sorry, I just can't leave it. I have to make it so beautiful. Looks like you and your King Max have developed I know we have. I actually love my King Max. Siah, are you still on here? Because Siah told me I would love it. And I said, you're crazy. Don't get me one. I don't need one. This is crazy. It's not going to be any different than what I already have. Turns out little sister was right. Weren't you, little sister? Okay. Second verse, same as the first. We're going to try that again. Now I'm going to sew the most beautiful stitch you have ever seen. I'm sure of it. This time there's actually thread going in. Isn't that great? Get in there, thread. Have you guys ever watched a video of how sewing machines work? And it shows the slow motion of the hook and the thing? It looks like a magic trick to me. It's pretty cool. Okay. Clippy clip. Snippy snip. So now we have this other curve done with a double stitch. And this time the bobbin decided to hang in there. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the straight side that's right by the curve we just did, and I'm going to do a double fold and a triple stitch. It doesn't call for a triple stitch. It calls for a single stitch. But the other side, the double stitch didn't quite catch everything I wanted to, so I just did a triple. So now I'm in it to win it. I have to do a triple on this one too. Okay. I actually like to do it this way. Lady Fair just got a Thor 1341 and she loves it. That's awesome. Is my light too bright? Because I need it. I feel like my phone, my old phone, kept trying to adjust levels and it was going crazy, but this one doesn't seem to be doing that. It's a miracle. We've been getting, well, I've been trying to type up all sorts of little things to take on our trip so we have all the details. Because I know all the details, but Bryce needs to know details to take care of the kids. And Siah, I don't know if she needs to know details, but it would be nice, right, Siah? So I made a cute little calendar to hang up in the RV for the kids so they know what we're doing each day. Just like really general. And then I'm going to make a super detailed one for the adults. Okay, once you fold over one edge, then you fold it in just a little bit, and then there's another measurement, and then you double fold down to that one next. And that just makes it so that your raw edge is encased in the fold. And I think it gives, you know, gives a little structure to the sides too, I think. I don't know. I just made that up. I don't know if that's true. I shouldn't talk. Okay. The best seams are the ones without bobbin thread. It's true. All right. So once again, the pattern calls for you to turn it to the back and sew along so you can follow it. But I'm just going to do it my own way. You gotta go your own way. Go your own way. Ooh, almost did a little crazy driving off the edge there. That's okay. Ooh, that was a little crazy. Well, why can't I see? The light is just weird right now. I don't know. Whatever. You know what? I think that one's putting a shadow on it. Yeah, it is. Okay, so that's our one stitch along the very edgy edge. That's the technical term for it, the edgy edge. And then I'm just gonna go again. And I'm just kind of butting it up against the foot. That's my very technical, untechnical measurement. Going right up again. I got a Vivor brand industrial for a very low price to see if it was something I like sewing on, and I love it. That's awesome, Heather. It is nerve-wracking to invest in something. You're not sure if it's even going to make a difference. So I think that's awesome that you found a cheaper option. I'm all for that. Okay. And when I did my other side, this is where I thought, okay, 2 stitches will be great. And then I turned it to the back and I realized that on the back that I still had this thing. And I wanted to kind of make sure that that was down. So I did another one. So I'm gonna do the same thing on this side. It's a triple stitch. Which is probably why in the pattern, Lindsay wants you to turn it around and have you sew actually along that fold so you can catch the edge of it. She's very smart, that one. She's so incredibly thoughtful. that thinks of every detail. And I'm just going rogue and doing it on the front instead, but I think it will work just the same. Maybe it won't be quite as precise, but that's okay. It's kind of okay. I mean, it does bother me a little bit not to be precise, but okay, I'll show you what that looks like. So triple, right? And this side is the double. All right, so now we have the sides and these curved arm places done. So the next thing you do before you put any of the pockets on is you prepare the bottom and the top. So the bottom is going to be the same idea as the sides were, where we fold it up just a little bit to the very first line. And I did put tape on it once again, even though it doesn't necessarily stick all the way, it does help a little bit. And then we're going to double fold it up to the next line so that there are no raw edges exposed, because that would be so embarrassing, wouldn't it? You know, I don't like to do it this way. I like to do it this way. It's much more comfortable for me. Thank you. I agree. This canvas is gorgeous. I think this deep wine or red or maroon or whatever it is, I think it could go for either men or women. And I just think it's a pretty color. And it's what I found in the scrap box. And I knew I wanted to try this apron with wax canvas, so I was kind of on the lookout for it. Yeah, that Wonderground trip was so great to be able to go and touch all the different types of fabric and finally understand, because I don't know, it's a whole world of people say use this kind but not this kind, and I'm like, I don't even know what the difference is. And it's not like I still know, because some people call things differently, but it was nice to be able to touch them and understand a little bit. Not that I remember unless I have it in front of me. Okay, so I'm gonna pinch that under. Okay, now I'm gonna take off this tape right here, and I'm gonna fold this edge down to my next seam to enclose the raw edge. Sound like a plan? I know Monday night is a random time to do a video. I originally meant to do it earlier today, but life, you know? Life gets in the way. Lots going on this week. It's graduation week for both Siah's daughter and my daughter. For those who don't know, we ended up having kids one day apart many moons ago, about 18 years ago. And now those little babies are graduating at the same exact day. So Grandma and Grandpa are heading to Colorado to the Colorado graduation. And super excited. Her daughter is graduating with a cosmetology degree already, which is just honestly incredible. That really wasn't a thing when we were younger. People didn't do that. She's going to graduate and be able to go right into the workforce and make actual money. It's really cool. And then my daughter graduates that same day, and she is entering the Coast Guard. So lots of exciting things happening for our kids. It's my first time having a kid graduate and leave home. It's not Siah's first time. Even though she's the younger sister of the two of us, she has older kids and has done this before. I'm not sure if it ever gets easy or what. It's just a lot. Okay. I'm gonna just put some clips on the side here. Yeah, thank you. My husband ordered a big banner with Abigail's name on it and her face, and she's not in town right now, so we're hoping to kind of surprise her and make her feel special a little bit. All right, so I'm gonna do a couple stitches. I'll probably do 2 stitches for the bottom, one along the edge, one along the fold. Once again, the pattern has you sew from the back side, which I did the other time we did this. And I'm just being rogue today and I'm sewing from the front side. Because I'm glutton for punishment, I think. And I'm checking my needle to see if I'm in any of the tape. Feels okay. I wonder if the wax like cleaves off the tape or something. I swear I should be in the tape. Oh no, the tape's up here. How embarrassing. Okay. There's my first stitch. And I'm going to come back around round 2 and put a second stitch where it's folded, which is what it calls for you to do from the back. But I can really see, I don't know if you guys can see, there's an actual line etched into here, so I can see where the fold is. Yours just move out and move back in. Yeah, they do. They really do. I don't think Abigail's going to do that. I think she's going to move out and move out. And I'm starting to feel some emotions about it. It's strange, isn't it? To have a kid with you their whole life and then all of a sudden they're gone. It's like, what the heck? We'll find out her boot camp date soon. I hope we have her for the whole summer. We'll see. Doesn't feel sticky. Not sure how I missed the tape, but I did. Okay. I want to make sure all my corners are folded before I finish up this edge. Get over that, you little thing. Okay. And then I'm going to clip, and I'll show it to you. Clip, clip. Oh, hi. How are you? And then I have 2 stitches. Okay? Yeah.
You're on a live?
Yeah.
Oh,
It's okay. You can talk.
you want me to see it or no?
Yeah, you can see it.
Okay.
I still have to make one more update to it, but you can see it.
I finally decided to print this. I finished it like yesterday.
Oh, that's really cool. Love it. Okay, so now this is the only step in the prep process that you fold, but you don't stitch. Okay, so we have, well, that's not true. The pockets do. The pockets, we have folded all the edges in and we've stitched the top and left the sides and the bottoms just folded. The apron, we fold and stitch the sides, the curve and the bottom. And then the very top part, what we're going to do is we are just going to fold and clip it. Actually have to go into this part, and on the pattern it says it's easier to do the pockets on this before you have all the straps in the way. And so basically we're prepping it for straps later. I'm gonna grab a handful of these little darlings. Gypsy woman. What you saying, Gypsy? I don't know what you're... I don't think I will worry about grandkids. Oh, dang it. Yeah, someday, I hope. Shove down those feelings. Okay, Siah. That's so healthy. We are so healthy, aren't we? We always laugh about that. Okay. It's kind of fraying on the end here. And not that I have to, because I think it's going to be hidden, but I'm just going to... Huh. That's interesting. Burning something near wax canvas, right? Maybe I shouldn't do that. I don't know. All right. Folding down these edges and clipping them since the tape is only kind of barely entertaining me. We are doing another double fold on the top, but we are not going to sew it yet. So our straps can go in there. All right, so I have the top folded and clipped, and now I'm taking the tape off the next line. Maybe. In theory, that's what I'm doing next. In practice, I don't know. Hey, Danielle. Danny, as it turns out, is quite the dancer. You have to put on a certain genre of music and you will be amazed. Oh, hi, Gabriella.
Oh, wow.
You going upstairs? Okay.
No, I'm going downstairs. Just kidding.
Wow. Okay, so now I'm going to fold this down here. We're going to see Danny and Brooke soon. They're two of our upcoming sews. Danny is Ohio and Brooke is Virginia. I just spoke with Miss Delaware today. I spoke with Miss Pennsylvania the other day. It's so fun. So excited. Okay. So this is double folded. I'm just putting some clips on the side here just to keep that down. All right, and then we are on to our next part. We are ready to sew our pockets on. Who's excited? Me. Hi, Susan from Southwest Iowa. Hi, Annette. Okay, so the next thing you're going to do is you're going to find your center mark on the apron. Now, because this wax canvas marks so easily, instead of marking it with a pen, I'm actually just going to crease it. I'm just going to fold it in half the best I can. See if I can do it on this table. This might be a great idea. Or as our little friend in Georgia said, if you guys saw, 6 years old, and he came in and was showing us his t-shirt on the video. And he said to all the people in the video, do you love it or do you disagree? So this idea of folding and creasing, do you love it or do you disagree? So I'm just gonna go like this. Oh, look what I got at Wonderground. Pew, pew. Okay, I'm just gonna crease the middle. Just gonna make sure I'm still kind of centered up here. Either this is gonna work or it's not. Ooh, look at that. Boom. Okay. Next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna measure down from the top. And I'm just gonna take my stiletto and mark it. Wendy, that's what you do with wax canvas too. I would love to be Miss Vermont. Oh my gosh. Every time you say Vermont, I think Ben and Jerry's. Am I off on that? Is that the Ben and Jerry's place? I would like to do Rhode Island, Maine, Vermont, like in the fall. I think that would be a good idea. I'm gonna take these clips off just for a minute because they're in the way of my measuring. Okay, so I'm gonna be centered. All right, and I'm just gonna go scratchy scratch. may have scratched a little too far over, but that's okay. Okay, and now I'm going to center this dude. Yeah, this is great. I really don't have to use a marking pin at all. Crease that. The smallest pocket goes on top. And the small pocket, we are going to actually do some measurements on it in just a minute. But I've creased it so that I can match up my centers, and I'm going to match up my line because the pattern tells you how far to go down from the top, which is why she has you fold this over so you can sew it from the top. Okay, now that's where it needs to be there. I'm going to take all these clips off, and now I'm going to do my measurements so I know where to sew. She has you sew like 2 pencil pockets and a cell phone pocket on this top one, which I love. Okay. Let me just get to the right page so I can. Okay. My chair's very loud, I'm sorry. I'm just gonna scratch again. Okay. Scratchy. And scratchy doodle. Okay. So you can see that I hope you can see it. I have 2 lines here. That's where I'm going to sew, but I'm also going to sew around this whole thing. Now what she has you do is we sew around the edge of the entire thing. Beep, boop, beep, boop, beep, boop, beep, boop, beep, boop, boop, like that, okay? And then we're going to sew again, but this time we're going to sew a certain amount over from that, and it's going to catch that raw edge, and it's going to encase the raw edge. And then, so it's just going to be a double stitch around the edge, and then I'm going to come and sew these 2 right there. And I'm just going to do my very best. If it was other material, I would tape it down. But guess what? I can't get the tape to work on this very well. So here's to hoping it doesn't scoot too much. Everyone think unscooty thoughts. No scoots. What are y'all saying? Oh. Sarah knows all about the wax. Oh, all the lines and creases will come out with the blow dryer. Oh, I didn't know that. Excellent. Okay. Once again, I'm going around the edge. I'm just kind of checking to make sure everything looks straight. I'm going to start with a couple forward, a couple back. And I'm just going to pivot around the corner. Remember when you pivot, when you come to the corner, lesson I had to learn the hard way. So I like to hand crank that last one. I'm going to come down, and then I'm going to keep turning it towards myself until the needle comes up a little bit. And then I'm going to turn it, just so I don't get that weird round the bend kind of a stitch. And I'm just hoping that this doesn't scoot everywhere. So far, so good. Teddy, stop. He's scratching. Ooh. Okay. Ooh, I don't know. Needs to go a little bit more. There we go. I'm going to double stitch at the top here, or back stitch, I mean. Double stitch, whatever. You know what I mean. And if you don't, do you even know me? We make up words. Okay. Okay, now I'm going to go back and I'm going to do it one more time. This time, I'm going to go all the way past where I folded it, and I can actually feel it on this. And I can see the crease, which is quite convenient, if I do say so myself. I meant to put a tag on that one. Oh, you guys are probably saying things. Put a little piece of tape. You're impressed with how prepared and knowledgeable I am? Well, the knowledgeable part, I'm making everything up. The prepared part, yes, I did not want this video to be painful for everyone watching. Okay. Oh, woof, that was a close one. Oh, that was a close one. And she does say in the pattern exactly how far over to do your second stitch. But I didn't measure it because I just didn't. I just made it all even and I made sure to catch the raw edge. Okay, so let me show you what I mean by that one. So we have 2 stitches around the edge, right? This one's towards the edge and this inside one catches a raw edge in the middle that I folded under. Okay, now I'm just gonna sew up my pocket dividers and we're gonna add our next pocket on. I'm just gonna go zippity doo dah, zippity yay. Zippity doo dah, zippity yay. Mr. Blueberry on the tree. Yeah, I do have a good teacher, guys. I really can't take credit for most of this. Because when I have a question, I just call her and say, hey, tell me what to do. Okay. So our top pocket, oops, I should clip that thread. That was funny. That made for a long one. Okay, so our top pocket is attached and divided. So you can put pencils there and a cell phone can go right there. All right, so now we're gonna do another measurement down. I'm gonna do a little scratchy scratch with my stiletto. I can still see my center line. And we are gonna attach our next pocket on there. Hello, little Bryce.
Hello.
Okay. Do you want a utility apron, Bryce?
Of course, for all my utility work.
He doesn't do a lot of utility work, so he's making a joke. All right. Well,
No, that'd be cool if I'm working on something.
if you know what, I'll share it with you.
Yeah.
See, it's
Could
gonna be heavy duty.
Oh, that looks nice.
Isn't that nice? There's gonna be bigger pockets too, like here. There's gonna be these big cargo pockets right here for like tools and stuff.
That's so cool.
Would you wear stripes like this as a strap? I know.
Of course.
Okay.
Yeah.
He likes it, you guys. He likes it. All right, same thing. I'm gonna find my center. I'm gonna pinch. Everyone says hi, Bryce.
Hello, everyone.
And Natalie says hi too.
Oh, hey, Natalie.
We still have a package to send to you sitting up here in our family room.
I'm terrible.
I found something else to put in it. We keep putting things in it. It's pretty funny. Okay. So I have marked the centers. I have marked my place of where it needs to go. Okay, same thing as before. Just make sure that's all on there. I'm gonna take these clips off and I'm just gonna hold it and hope it stays. Oh, tag. I thought you meant tag me. Like, I meant. Yes. What if I put it right there? What do you think? Does that work? Because the next pocket kind of covers and goes like that. What do you guys think? It says, "You look amazing." Okay. I did put tape on this. I don't even know if it'll work. But I'm just gonna stick this little guy right under here. Maybe like that, like that, like that. I think it'll go like that. Oh, Renee, that was really nice of you. That was super nice of you. Thank you. Siah, you want a swig? Come to my house. I'll buy you a swig. Okay. Same process, y'all. So we're going to go on the edge first, all the way around, and just kind of holding it and making sure it's not wrinkling or doing anything funky. Thank you for reminding me about the tag. I totally would have forgotten that. I'm glad I looked up. Pivot, fold, pivot, fold it, stitch it. I'm just continuing to kind of go like this. I know it looks like I'm petting it, and I kind of am, but I'm just trying to make sure there's no funky, you know, bleh. Like bubbles or whatever. I don't know what blah is, but I don't want any blahs. Bleh. Ah! I went a little crooked. I hate it when I do that. It's okay, Susan. It's okay. It's okay. It doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be perfect. I'm just talking to myself. They make super sodas. They do. Siah says it's for us Mormons who don't drink alcohol. That's probably true. This one's called Life's a Peach. Diet Dr. Pepper. And peach and vanilla, I think. Sha-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la. Oh my gosh, that tag is adorable. Do you think Bryce will wear it with that tag? I think he will. I'll say, Bryce, you look amazing. And he'll say, oh, stop it. Okay. Once again, I don't have a technical measurement. I'm eyeballing it and just trying to make it even. And trying to encase that other seam. Now we're about to get to the fun part, which is the part I haven't done yet. It's the cargo pocket. I did cargo pockets on one bag. What bag was that? The tailor tote, maybe? It's the only time I've done that fold. We get the concept of it. It's just the execution of it that we have to see if we can do. Okay, coming around. She'll be coming around that corner when she comes. Yeehaw! She'll be coming around that corner when she comes. And she'll backstitch at the end so her thread won't come out when it gets cold on because the stuff she puts in it. Yeehaw! That's our second pocket. We are almost done with that one. Now we have to measure it and find the center of that one. Oh, we have the center already. So what you're supposed to do is she has you sew down the center to divide it. And then she has you sew 2 more lines, which I'm going to wait for until I put my second pocket on so I can line it all up. Because I'm afraid I can't line it up otherwise. So here we go. We're going to sew down the center. Doobie doobie. You know what? I'm going to sew from the bottom up just in case it pushes. I'd rather it push up to the opening than down and make a bubble. Yeehaw. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I have that song in my head now. Oh, hi, Teddy. Do you want to come over here? He can't get through. Okay, come on. Come on. All right, what y'all saying? You bought some canvas and you're going to wax it yourself? You are very, very brave. I have the beeswax. Okay. All right, y'all. There is my second pocket. I have it divided down the center like this. All right. Now the next thing we're going to do, and when I say we, I do mean me, because I'm a little nervous. This is the only part I'm actually kind of nervous about today. Because, I don't know, I just am. All right, I'm going to measure again. This time I'm going to measure from the top of this pocket. I got a little off on my center. That's okay. It's not really okay, but it's okay. All right. Scratch. Scratch. Scratch, scratch, scratch it up. Okay, so I have scratched my center here, all right? Yes, this is a pattern. This is the Apron Apron by LindsHandmade. The front of it looks like this. This is the one that we made on a takeover, which is just flat pockets. This is the one I'm making now, which has cargo pockets, which we're about to do. Okay. All right, so I have marked the center of this one. All right. Sorry, I have to think about this one. Okay, then I have some other little marks. So I have a marking here, all right? And then I measured a certain amount out from the center and I made 2 more markings, all right? And then if you're doing it, then what you do is you go along either side of these markings, and I'm gonna actually remark mine because I don't see my marks anymore. And you do another marking because we have to pinch this thing. Pinch this thing. Pinch. Okay, so I'm marking on either side of my center line. Beep. 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 Sound effects are optional, but encouraged. Beep. Okay, I'm gonna do the same thing down here. I should have done it all at once. That would have made a lot of sense. That is now too late for that. Okay. So I'm gonna go here, here, and oops, just kidding. Scratch. You could mark it with a pen if you'd like. You could fold it and make a crease. I'm just scratching it in since it's wax canvas. And Sarah said, and if Sarah said it, it's true. Sarah said that you can actually blow dry these markings out later. So if it doesn't work, if you scratch your canvas and it doesn't work, I want you guys to complain to Sarah, not to me. Don't say Susan made you do it. Just kidding. Don't complain to Sarah. Okay. These are my little pinch marks to make these cargo pockets. I did it before the video, but they've already faded, which is a good sign, right? That means these marks maybe aren't as permanent as you think. Got like a little strange burr in my stiletto. Do you guys get that? Catches on things. Okay. All right, let me show you what we have. And then we're gonna make some cargo pockets. Okay, so I'll show you this one if you can see it. There's a mark down the center. You can kind of see it here, all right? And then there's 2 marks on either side here and 2 marks on either side here. Okay, and so what we're gonna do, you know what? Just a second. I have to get the order of, it's like math. There's an order of operations for these pockets, and I wanna make sure I'm doing it right. Find the center and draw a vertical line. Measure blah 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 and blah 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 and add to them. Okay, these are the pinch lines. Pinch and clip. I'm making sure I didn't forget a step just now. That would be so sad if I didn't know how. Oh no, we're doing good. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna take these pinch marks, okay? I'm gonna pinch here, and I'm gonna pinch here at these marks, okay? Pinch, 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 pinch. And I'm gonna fold it to the center line, and I'm gonna clip that bad boy. Okay, once again, sound effects are optional but encouraged. So I have that side clipped over here. Now I'm gonna do the same thing. Okay, I'm gonna go pinch, pinchy, pinch, pinch. Wax canvas is so easy to pinch because it kind of stays there. It's very obedient. Good job. And then I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to fold this bad boy to where he meets up in the center with my other pinched dude. Okay. And I'm just going to go ahead and clip it on the bottom and the top like so. Okay. Now I'm going to do the same thing on the next one. Okay, pinch, pinch. Bring it in. Boom. And these lines that I marked with the stiletto that I just scratched, I can still totally see them. Well, I think I'm a wax canvas fan, y'all. I'm saying y'all a lot. Because I just was in Alabama and Georgia, and they're just the nicest people. People say y'all. Okay. I don't mean to say it all that time. Sorry about that. Okay, so next I'm going to pinch in my other side, and I will have my second cargo pocket ready to rumble. Pinch, crease, pinch, crease, pinch, crease, yeah. Fold it to the center, bada bing. I'll start walking your way. Anyone know that one? Middle. Beneath that old Georgia pine. Okay, boom, boom. So I have 2 of them done. Now I'm going to come and do my third, which is on this side. Pinch, bada bing, bada boom. Wow. I'm telling you, with wax canvas, it just kind of stays where you tell it to go. It's the most obedient fabric I have ever tried to pinch. Not that I've pinched a lot of fabrics in my day, but I have pinched a few. Yes, the South definitely rubbed off on me. Also, our childhood was spent in Kentucky, so I feel like we always came home from that kind of speaking like that. It feels very natural. Okay. Just trying to fold that raw edge. I have a raw edge down here that's folded under, so that's what you kind of see me messing with a little bit. Okay, so if we've done this right, it will fit. So let's see here. This is going to go on the line that I measured here, all right? And I'm going to center it up. Center, center. Is everyone happy where you're at? Speak now or forever hold your pocket in that place. Okay. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to, just a minute, order of operations, right? Do I go down the center first or do I do the bottom part first? I bet you all know, but I'm just going to look it up just in case, okay? Lay the top, bottom, line the draw, move the middle part. Then what? Blah, 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 blah. Okay. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to sew down. I'm going to undo this when I get it under the machine. And I'm going to sew down the center here. And I'm going to get this folded part out of the way. I'm going to go down the center. Okay, I'm going to back stitch that. And then I'm going to come over here. And now this is the part that I'm doing slightly different than she says. In the pattern, she has you divide this second pocket that I'm putting my hands in. She has you divide it before you put this on. And the line is supposed to match up with this line. But I thought, ooh, what are the chances that I'll be able to line it up? I didn't know. So when I come to here, you're going to see me sewing from here all the way down where I'm going to catch both pockets. So I divide them at the same spot. And then I'm going to come here and do the same thing. Just because I wasn't sure if I could line it up right. Is that a dumb thing to do? I don't know. It's fine. Do you love it or do you disagree? Okay, so first things first. I'm going to move these clips out of the way. Well, that's tricky. It shifts the whole thing. Well, I'm going to just go like this. Okay. Everyone have their fingers crossed? Fingers crossed. Boom. Okay. Okay, so now that I've done that, I'm going to clip this back on the top where I had it. I'm going to clip it back on the bottom where I had it. And I'm going to move to my next one, but on my next one, I'm going to go all the way up and catch both pockets because I'm crazy. Susan, you may want to backstitch when you come to the second row of pockets to reinforce it just a bit. Did I not backstitch? Oh, because I'm doing both. Yes, thank you. I see what you're saying. Okay. Here we go. I don't know if this is the stupidest thing I've ever done. Maybe I should have done it the way she said, right? She's a professional. I was just afraid I couldn't line it up. Hi, Denise. I'm glad you're having fun. Okay. So I think what Sarah was saying is because I'm going to sew both pockets right now, she says, so I'm going to backstitch here, I'm going to come up the middle, and then I'm going to backstitch again here before I go to my next pocket, and then I'm going to backstitch up here. So at the edges of all the pockets, there's backstitching. I'm pretty sure that's what she's saying. Okay. I'm going to clip this back as soon as I can. And I'm going to unclip this side. I'm just trying to keep it as straight as I can on this. So I'm coming to the top of the bottom pocket. And I'm going to give it some extra reinforcement. Backstitch there, and then I'm going to come just straight up to the next pocket, and then I'm going to backstitch again. Let's see how that worked. Yep. That's beautiful. It worked, you guys. I'm a sewing ninja. That's funny. No, but this apron is luckily fairly simple. Okay, so I have this one sewed on, and I went up all the way to this pocket. I backstitch here and here. Now I'm going to do the same exact thing on this pocket, and then we can go around and sew the pocket on. And then at that point, it just becomes sewing the edges and the bottom in the double stitch like we did before. So it's kind of the same idea. And I'm going to go from the bottom again, just in case it pushes up towards the opening. Okay, I'm going to take off these bottom clips, but keep the top ones on for a minute. And just make sure this thing is as even as I can get it. I mean, when all said and done, the pocket might be a little bit off. But just, you know, just art. It's just art. Okay, I'm going to backstitch the bottom of it real good. Then I'm going to come up about halfway and re-clip it. That's more than halfway, but that's okay. How am I doing on time? I'm a slow maker, guys. How slow can you go? I can go pretty slow. Okay. Take these ones off for a minute. I'm gonna back stitch at the top of this bad boy a couple times probably. And then I'm coming all the way up to divide the next one. And I'm gonna back stitch again. Boom. Okay. So if we did it right, then our pockets are divided and all we have to do is attach the edge and then our pockets are done. So let's see how it looks. Yeah, that looks right. Okay, so I'm gonna put this back on just so it kind of stays put for a minute. I'm gonna take all these outside clips off, except for these bottom ones that are holding my creases. I'm gonna leave those ones on. Okay, and now we start the same process that we did. I feel like I might have missed some stuff. No, I didn't. That's the next step. Okay, so now we're just gonna do the same thing we did before. So we're gonna go around the edge. And then when I get to here, I'm just gonna make sure it's folded nice. And then we will do one more stitch to catch that raw edge that's folded underneath. And I just kind of keep taking my hands and trying to make sure it stays under there. Bada bing, bada boom. All right, sorry, I keep forgetting to look at comments. What are those pockets called? I think they're called cargo pockets, but I'm not sure. Oh, thanks, Kathleen. I am making progress here. I'm just making sure this corner's folded so I don't get a funky thing hanging out, which I have right there. I'm gonna pivot when I get to the edge. Bless you. All right, now we're gonna come across the bottom, and when you come across the bottom, it's the same as the other pockets, but when you get to this cargo folded place, you just wanna make sure that everyone's obeying. So I'm gonna take I'm gonna take these clips off now. I have this raw edge here that I'm just making sure it's tucked under, and then I'm making sure these two things are meeting together, the little cargo guys. Ah, see, it just pulled. No, don't pull. I want it to be together. I don't know. We'll see if it worked. Yeah, I think it worked. Okay, number 2 fold is done. Come into my next one here. And I just have to keep, you just have to keep folding your raw end under if your tape is worthless like mine is on this wax canvas. Phew. Okay. Got it. We got it, you guys, we got it. Okay, come around our last edge. Of course, we'll back stitch when we get to the top, and then we will do one more round just to enclose the rod. But the next round will be easy because we don't have to clip that anymore. It'll feel just like those other pockets did. Okay, use your stiletto to hold it if it's being poppy. Okay, that's a good idea. All right, let's do one more round, and then we'll get our straps all figured out. Siah would say we're in the home stretch. I don't know. I'm not sure if this is the home stretch or the mid stretch. Maybe the 7th inning stretch. Okay. I haven't checked my bobbin in a while, have I? Famous last words, huh? No, I'm paranoid with my bobbin. Okay, we're rounding the last corner of our last pocket. And then we'll move on to the next part. It's looking like an apron. I kind of did some extra back stitching on all those pockets since they're meant to kind of hold bigger stuff. Okay, so I'm going to take these clips off and let's see what we have here. Boop, 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 boop. Oh, was I supposed to fold those too? Probably. Was I? No, okay, we're okay. All right, check this out. So we have our top pocket that's got stuff for pencils and a cell phone. We have the mid pocket that has 4 equal dividers. And then we have this bottom pocket that's divided into 4, and they're full cargo and then kind of like half cargo, so they kind of pop off a little bit. Well, that's a pretty looking apron. How about that? I'm always surprised when it looks good. I'm like, whoa, that's amazing. What the heck? Okay. I'm becoming a wax canvas fan. Watch out. I don't know what else I would make with wax canvas though. What do you guys make with it? Do you make bags with wax canvas? I suppose you could. Okay. Next part you do will depend on the type of apron, the type of option. So there's an option A and an option B. Okay, so mine's an option B. And I need these little webbings that are already, I've folded them over and I've clipped them. Give me just a minute, please. I have to do my reading. Burp, 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 burp. Burp, 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 burp. Okay. So we're gonna go to the back of the apron. Oh, did I freeze or was I just reading? You guys, I was sitting really still reading. That was probably it. Sorry, I was concentrating. I'm here. Okay. Good night, Smiley Jen. Sorry, I'm a little slow. It's probably really late there. Okay, so I've got this little guy here, all right? And I'm gonna take it right where, see if I want to see this right. Right where the curve meets the straight, all right? And I'm gonna put folded edge face down, okay? Like that. And I'm going to sew across each edge. Here we go. Okay. I'm going to make my stitch length a little smaller for this part. And I'm going to go put a good back stitch in it. Okay. I'm going to do the same thing. So I just sewed across the top here, and I'm going to sew across the bottom here. I have my raw edge folded underneath. Just kidding. I have to bring my needle up, don't I? Okay. Sorry, you can tell when I'm really concentrating because I get really quiet. Okay. Now I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Right where the curvy meets the straight on the side. This is for the straps, because this one has like a strap that crosses in the back. And I'll be honest, I haven't done this part. Like we'll see. Oh, I see a raw edge poking up. I'm gonna need a triple stitch the bottom, y'all. Triple stitch. Okay. Just want to make sure I'm not over the edge. Yeah. Okay. And one more side. Did I freeze? I hope not. I hope that getting a new phone was a big part of the problem. Or a big part of the solution. Not the problem. Okay. Okay, so we have this on both sides, all right? And this is on the back of it. Okay, now this next part is where we're gonna be attaching the strapping to it. And, you know, I didn't think about this, but I am going to cut a little piece of material so that I can have a loop to hang it. It calls for that. And at first I thought, nah, I don't need that. But I think we really do, because that would be really annoying to not be able to hang it, because the way the strap is, it's a little bit different. So let's just do this real quick. I don't have any 1/2-inch webbing, otherwise I probably would have done that instead. So I'm just doing a piece of this wax canvas. And I'm just making it a little bit wider so I can fold it. Oops, I just dropped my ruler. Okay. So I just have a little extra piece of fabric, and I am just going to fold it to the middle and fold it. And I folded it to the middle again. I'm just creasing it. Okay, I'm just making a little strap real quick. It calls for like 1/2-inch webbing or a 1/2-inch piece of material, but I don't have any 1/2-inch webbing. So I'm just making a little strap. I folded it to the center and then I folded it in half so the raw edges are hidden. This is called making junk up when you don't have what you need, okay? So I just am making a little strap real quick. Let me just sew that up. And we are ready to put our strap and our hangy hook on. I don't know if it's called a hangy hook, but whatever. It is now. Okay. There we go. Little piece of material. Hangy hook. A hangy hooky thingy. If you say thingy after anything, it's correct. All right, next you take your strap keeper thingies and you put them wrong sides together, so right sides out. Oh, and the way I had it clipped, so this has certain sides you're going to sew on and certain sides you're not. So I've clipped all the sides I'm going to sew on, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to sew using an 1/8 inch seam allowance, and I'm going to do my best to kind of put these together face to face, making sure my stitch length is a little smaller. And I'm definitely going to double, or I keep saying double stitch. I'm definitely going to back stitch on this because this is where the straps are going to go through, and you want to make sure that it's going to be nice and sturdy. Okay, so I just sewed right across that. I'm going to do the same thing on all these edges. Where's Kenny? Hi, Kenny. Susan, look at the floor by your feet. Part of the back slider is there. Really? Yeah, you're right. This is the one that came with a kit, but I can't use that one. Okay. Okay, 2 more sides. All right, if you're keeping count, 1 more side. East side. All right. Let's see. Let's go there. Bada bing. Bada. Boom. All right, 1 strap keeper ready for business. Booyah, baby. And I'm using black thread so you can't even see it, which is probably good. All right. Now we're ready to tuck some things in this top seam that we didn't finish. There's a reason we didn't finish it. So we need our straps. All right, first, and we need our hangy hooky thingy. Okay. I'm just gonna look and make sure I'm doing this right. Okay. So I'm gonna take my strap and I'm gonna put it underneath. See, this is folded. This is my double fold, and I'm gonna fold it over this. Can you guys see that okay? So it's inside of it, and I'm gonna tuck it upside in there, all right? It's tucked in there. And then I'm gonna bring it up and over like this. So you tuck it under, and then you bring it up. You tuck it under, then you bring it up. That's what you gotta do. All right, and now we're gonna do the same thing for the other side. Tuck it under, right there. Bring it up. Okay. All right, now strap, hooky, hanger hooky thingy. I can already see where my center line is because I scratched it before, but if you need to remark your center line, then remark your center line, okay? Now I'm going to just put that in here. I'm just gonna tuck it under, and I'm not gonna bring it up because I don't want it up and over the top. I want it just hanging down like that. Does that make sense? Because I don't want to sew it up like that and have it hanging, because it just needs to be there when we're not wearing it. So I'm just gonna get that in there. Okay, and that's just gonna stay there for a minute and hang out. Okay, so the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm going to sew an X here on the webbing and here on this webbing. Okay, and then we're gonna sew the top of this little thing and then right where it folds. So we're gonna do the X's, and then we're gonna finish up our sides like we have finished up every single one. It's the same as the other ones. But we're gonna do our little X's first, because all my X's live in Texas. Whoa, I almost sewed that to my apron. That would have been really embarrassing. All right. Texas is the place I just want to be. I have to think about this. If I go, huh? No. Huh? Wait. Huh? Huh? Here, huh? Here, huh? I don't know. I never know how to do the X right. I always end up going multiple times. So if you're trying to learn how to do an X, don't watch me. Maybe I'll just do a box first. Texas is the place. Okay, now I'm going to do my little X in the middle. Make sure nothing's under it. I want to be sewing that to it. Hi, Evelyn. Is that the most painful X you've ever seen? I don't know. Okay. X marks the spot. It's not very pretty. That's okay. All right, it's wax canvas, Evelyn. It's not the worst X in the world. It's okay. All right, let's do another one. I didn't think about it till just now, but the X shows on the front. Ugh. Maybe I should have done the box and then turn it around to do a beautiful X. What should have, could have. I just want a perfect X. Is that too much to ask? Yes. I'm afraid it is. Put rivets on it. Yeah, I could do that. Definitely could do that. In fact, the pattern also calls to put rivets on the top corners of the bottom pockets if you want to, for more stability, which maybe I will go and add rivets after the video. We'll see. Am I making you crazy by doing the way that I am on the X, you guys? I bet some of you are watching this thinking, oh my gosh, what is she doing? Just try not to sew this strap into it. Beep, boop, 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 boop. Almost done. Thank you. I think the stripes and this color turned out great. I really thought I had black webbing, but I guess I don't. So I was disappointed, and then I realized I had this stuff, and I thought, oh, that'll work. Okay. Now we're just going to finish up the top edge, pull the straps through. Ooh, that's it, isn't it? Oh my gosh. Home stretch. This is the real home stretch for me. All right, what pattern is it? It's the Aran apron. It's the Aran apron with wax canvas and option B. There's option A and option B for pockets. This is option B. I'm just tucking in my little hangy hooky thingy. That's what you see me doing here. I'm trying to make sure everything is, and all those raw edges are the way they should be. I'm gonna go along this top edge first, and then along the folded edge. You know what, I'm just gonna come down this side of the X and not have to undo it. Yep, yep, yep. Now I'm gonna come down the other part where it folds so I can catch that raw edge in there. She does have you do this part from the back, which frankly is really smart. But I left really smart a while ago. I can feel it catching my hanky hooky thingies. Okay, let's see how we did. Oh, I have that song in my head. Whew. Okay, so my straps are on like this. And then in the back, you can see this hook. So if you wanted to hang it, you could just go like that. Because this is going to be hanging from it, I'm actually going to do one more stitch just to make sure that it doesn't rip out. One more line. Please hold. We're almost there. Thank you very much. Are we having fun? I hope so. Please don't run out on me, Bobbin. Please don't run out on me, Bobbin. Please be nice. Oops, I got a caught my whipping here. Okay, now we have it. I went ahead and did just an extra line. It's not very pretty. Well, all my other stitch was really nice, but that one is just decorative. Okay, we're gonna pretend. So far we have this, and now we're ready to do the straps. So here we go, guys. Now I've got this here. Susan, how do you like your industrial? Glenda, I love this industrial. Like, I love, love, love. Love, love, love. All right. You have to, see if I, this is the part I have to kind of look at this for a minute. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take this guy, okay, and I'm going to make sure I'm not twisted, and I'm going to kind of go in a crisscross pattern. So I'm going to take this one through to here, okay, and I'm just going to make sure everything's laying straight. All right, can you guys see? Am I in the camera enough? Okay, and then I'm going to take this one and I'm going to cross it through here. And I'm just going to make sure it doesn't get twisted. You've been working on option DOC for this pattern? What's that? Late to the party? That's okay. It's still a party. I'm going to pull this through. I'll show you how many pockets in just a minute, okay, Evelyn, when I go to the front. Okay, so it should look like this on the back with no wrinkles or turns or twists in it, okay? And like I said, I've never done this, so I'm just looking at the picture trying to make it look the same. And then I'm gonna go in this loop that we made. We're gonna go in through the loop like this. Okay, in that loop. This one's gonna go in this side. Okay, I have to turn it now for this next part. So far you have this. Okay, and I'm just checking, okay, no curves, no anything funky, all right. Next, I'm going to take this end here, Okay, and I'm just gonna turn it, make sure it's not twisted. I'm gonna take this in here and I'm just gonna kind of put them like this, facing each other. Now I have discovered that I kind of have the wrong buckle for this because you're supposed to have 2 slots in both sides if you want them both to be adjustable, which I do want them both to be adjustable. So I'm gonna show you how I'm gonna do it anyways, okay? So what you're gonna do is you're gonna make sure, so these buckles have a right way and a wrong way. The concave side is the wrong way, and the part that bumps up just a little bit. And I don't know, if I was using this, I don't know which way I would want it. I use my right hand. Let me think about this. I'm gonna put it behind my back and see. I would like it this way. So I want that facing, that's what feels good to me. Okay, so I'm gonna go, this side is gonna go into the hole that's closest to the middle, okay? And then it's gonna go up and over and out this way, and that's it. And it just tightens like this. Okay, now this side only has 1. And I'm sorry, but it is going to take me a hot second. I did figure it out before the video, but I had one of these, and so I figured this could work, right? And you guys are all going to want to like take it from me and do it right, and that would be okay with me. But I'm going to just kind of figure this out. I'm just going to go in and out and in and out until I figure out where it goes right. I'm just trying to make a way to adjust it. Does it adjust? It kind of adjusts, but it's just more difficult. The bigger thing is, does it pull? Okay. So there we go. This side is definitely more difficult to adjust. And if I find a better way to do it, and if I find a different clip, I can, because it's not sewn on there. All right. So I think this is it, you guys. I think we just did it. Did I do this right? Boom, boom. That way. Sorry, this is me trying. Oh yeah, I want to go this way. Oh my gosh, I think we did it. I think we did it. I think we did it. Well, I don't know if I really did figure it out, Jan. We're about to find out. But I know that I didn't have the right clip. And I didn't realize that until today when I was cutting everything out. So, here we go. The Aran apron, option B. Let's see if I can figure out how to get the whole thing in the camera. Let's step back here. Okay. Like this. Like this. Okay, and then this. Oh, this is so cool. Oh my gosh. This side is going to be super easy to adjust, I can tell. This other side, I really need to get the right buckle for it. Hold, please. And then you can cut off if you have tons of extra. And I'm kind of on the bigger side, and there's lots of extra, so it can go tighter if I can get the right buckle. Okay, so let's see what we have. We have cargo pockets on the bottom. There's 4 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and then there's this middle row, and I don't know if you can see the middle row, but it's got 4 pockets, but they're flat against. And then this top row has a cell phone, and then it has a couple, you know, so you could just, let's see, what do we want? We want some scissors. That's dangerous. How about a seam fingers? How about a tape measure? Yeah, we might need that. I'm gonna put my glasses right there. And it says right here, you look amazing. I love it. This is a great apron. So you can see how it looks on the back. This side tightens easy. The side that I tried to jimmy rig, I'm sure there's a better way to do it, but I could still do it. See, I still did that with one hand, and now it's tightened. Or I did it with two hands. I can still do it. It's just, this other one is just easier. So then what you'll want to do is once you figure out what length you want, then you'll want to fold that over and just sew the ends of it so it doesn't come out. But I'm not going to do that yet until maybe I get a different one. What do you guys think? And you can make it sit lower. I think I've maybe made it even too tight. Oh yeah, the back. Okay, so let's see. I'm gonna loosen it all just a little bit. Oh, see, and then you can tighten it and you put the strap further down on your back. I love it, guys. Aran apron, wax canvas, option B pockets. Bada bing, bada boom. And you know what I say? I say, if I can make it, anyone can make it. So that's your thought for this Monday. Deep thoughts. Hope you guys have a great evening and a great week. And see you soon. Okay, thanks for hanging out. Bye.